This is an ace. This is the highest card in the deck, and you can win a hand of poker with just this card. But I can beat your hand with two of the lowest cards in the deck. Knowledge and skills are like that. When you develop a suite of skills that work together in a unique way, you have built something distinct that makes you singularly valuable. My father's a dentist, so I literally grew up in a dental office, and even worked as a dental assistant summers off from high school. Also, starting in high school, I developed an interest in computers, as a hobby. In graduate school, getting a PhD in science education, I furthered my knowledge of computing as I explored my interest in the then nascent field of teaching with computers. Without realizing it, I was developing a pretty unique suite of skills. As I was approaching the end of my studies and wondering what kind of job I could get, yes, I hadn't exactly thought that through completely, my parents were at a dental convention and having a conversation with the dean of the local dental school. He bemoaned the fact that he was wanting to hire someone who knew dentistry, education, and computing, but couldn't find such a person. My parents said, "We know someone." 2 weeks later, I was director of information systems for the dental school. Was there serendipity involved? Perhaps. But that suite of skills got me hired for a very good job right out of school, with almost no formal experience. Attending my first National Dental Schools conference, I learned that at that time there were only about a half dozen of us in the entire country with that particular suite of skills. That made me valuable, and within 2 years I was recruited by another dental school which doubled my salary. Needless to say, I did not stop teaching myself and acquiring new skills, and with new knowledge and skills added to my suite came new jobs and promotions. Was I the most knowledgeable person in the field of dentistry? Hardly. But I knew enough to understand what the dentists that I worked with were talking about and needed. Was I a top computer scientist? Not even close. But I knew enough to get the job done of working with a vendor to customize and deploy a new system in our clinics. Was I the best teacher in the dental school? No, but I was good enough to get a faculty appointment and start getting experience in the classroom. I was competent at all three, but uniquely qualified in the combination of those three. What is your current skill suite? You don't have to answer right away. Spend some time thinking about it. What are the things you know and know how to do? In what ways are they related? Think outside the box here. It isn't always obvious how they are. For example, it wasn't obvious to me in the beginning how helpful the painting class I took in college was to the Photoshop skills decades later. Now you think about what you're currently curious about. Does that complement your current suite of skills in some way? How can you start learning more about it? Is it something you can get your employer to help you with? Or if you're still in school, is it something you can fit into your course plans as an elective or maybe even a minor? And don't worry if it's not. You have a huge advantage I didn't when I was starting out, the World Wide Web. You can begin teaching yourself just about anything nowadays within moments of deciding to do so. So my message to you is this: don't become completely focused on one skill to the exclusion of others. Assemble them like a good hand at poker. Knowledge and skills that work well together in unique and valuable ways. This is a theme we will revisit in the future, but it is foundational, so I wanted to start this series with it.